All right, welcome back. In the last couple of weeks, post Labor Day in America, a lot of people start mentioning in the comment, in the DM, some kinds of wow, that they're starting to feel the burnout of creating content, right? And they struggle to create content consistently over and over again. And here's the scary thought. Okay, we have 52 weeks a year to make content. On the low end, that's anywhere from 250 pieces of content. You're doing only 5 per week, up to over 500. You're doing 10 pieces of content per week. So that's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pieces of content a week. And if you haven't figured it out by now, it's so critical to create momentum. In social media, to me, the most important tool you can ever have is momentum. Momentum to create content, momentum to sustain it, momentum to power through whatever you're feeling week to week. And yeah, it's tough. So I get it. I've been creating content for so long. I've probably created 20 to 50,000 pieces of content in a decade. That's a lot of content to make, right? Not just for myself, not to promote myself, but to create content for other businesses. If you're promoting yourself for organic social, and you're starting to realize that posting every once in a while, or the reason why you post every once in a while is because you believe quality is the most important thing on social media. Actually, both of those are holding you back. What you need is to create momentum. And how do you do that? If you constantly, over and over again, stop and go, just stop, burn out, take a couple days off, come back. Well, you know what? You're lacking 2 things. I've talked about some of this in another video, but actually, when I really think about it, 2 things that stop you from creating your content machine. Number one is that you're not doing this as an act of service. You're doing this with the end goal in mind. What it sounds weird, so I need to make X amount of dollars. So you're hyper focused on a metric that is, for the most part, arbitrary. When in actuality, you need to focus on the day-to-day behavior that get you to that. But it's also the spirit and what you do things. No, I disagree with people. I absolutely disagree with people who say you need to be passionate about what you do. Well, you know, there's millions of different kinds of businesses. It's hard to get passionate about what you do. If you're in a bowling business, I'm sure the guy who owns a cement factory who makes cement for the road isn't going to jump on YouTube and talk about his undying passion for creating cement, right? But I would challenge that guy. That guy was my client. I would challenge them. Who are you servicing? Who are you doing this for? I know you want to make X amount of money. We're in the day-to-day operation. Who are you doing this for? Because it sounds to me you're being a little bit selfish. You're only thinking about your own metric. How many people like you, dislike your content, so on and so forth. And if you push people hard enough, you start to realize that a business owner like that, who I have worked with before, they feel responsible for their employees. They don't like having to let go of employees because they can't hit payroll. That's who you're serving. You know, have something to serve, have a sense of purpose to what you do beyond metrics like money. Because quite frankly, it's a little bit arbitrary, and if there's too many variables that are out of your control, that will allow you or not allow you to hit that metric, right? So dial back down, focus on the present moment. Who are we serving? So in the case of the cement guy, he might be serving his employees. He really wants to keep them on payroll. So that's what you should be thinking about every single week. When I do not put out pieces of content, my people are not going to have a job. It's really that simple. For other people, typically like myself, I actually enjoy what I do. I enjoy serving my clients. I get a great deal of value from them. So my motivation is really to hop online every week and find somebody I can help truly help, genuinely improve their life. That brings a lot of value to my life. And quite frankly, that's what I'm hyper focused on. That's actually what makes me lean into content so hard. Is that I'm always in front of mind looking to serve somebody. In the past, I would get burned out past, meaning years ago, because I was so hyper focused on metrics. I want X amount of money. I need X amount of leads. I need X this and X that. Well, forgetting all the while that you need 52 weeks of sustained growth every single year, 200 to over 500 pieces of content, depending on what platform you use. You need to go deeper than money. No, maybe money is important to you. That's fine, but for my type of people, they're not only driven by money, they're very mission driven, mission purpose. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, you need to simplify things a little bit. You're overthinking things. You're inside your head way too much. You need to produce 3 types of content every single week. And the ratio varies between what the market feedback is, So show, grow, get to know. And there's various versions of that. Different types of content creators have their own acronym or their own mnemonic, so to speak. Don't worry about that. So show, grow, get to know. Show people what you know. Knowledge. Show people your knowledge. And I don't want to say give value, but you do want to position yourself in the market as a unique set of knowledge for this problem. It can only come from your experience, your expertise, your brain power, your philosophy, your method. So show people that. Show people what is your method. Show people what is your philosophy. Show people how you do things. Show people why you do things. All of that is mixed up in that. Grow, because we're on organic social. We need to be able to grow at a consistent pace. No, you don't need spikes to grow. Those are nice, but if you don't grow at a consistent pace, by grow, what do I mean by grow? Grow could be a number of things. How many followers you have? How much traffic your post is getting? How many impressions? How many engagement? So on and so forth. Depending on the platform, they use different terminology to describe that. But you should be growing. You should be doing better than last week. No, you don't want to grow for the sake of growth, right? Because growth for the sake of growth is simply nothing. You want to grow with the right kind of people, the right kind of traffic every single week. Because again, certain platforms, for example, LinkedIn, has over 700 million users. I would say half of that are not regular active users. And that's the 1% of that, well, probably about 1% are content creators. It's not as big as you think it is, but it's also not as small as you think it is. And there's always possible ways to grow every single week. There's new subscribers onto LinkedIn every week. Twitter, for the most part, it's easy to grow once you get used to the culture. It's sort of stagnant at the moment, but Twitter still has more users than LinkedIn does. TikTok has billions of users and is growing every day. So if you're not growing, you're not using the platform correctly. So put up posts that make people want to engage with you. Typically, this has nothing to do with value. Typically, it has to do with hot takes or questions or having fun or showing the fun side of you. Sometimes you might want to hop on a trend on TikTok or hop on something just to have fun for the sake of growing just a little bit quicker. Because you're always so serious with show type of stuff. It's really difficult to grow. So have your audience participate a lot more. You don't always need to be the expert every single time you put out a piece of content. For example, lately, some of my greatest posts on LinkedIn is when I kind of already know the answer. But I frame it as a question. And I said, discuss. And in the comments, tons of people discussing that as if I'm stupid and I don't know my own answer to that. Well, people love to tell other people how much they know. So create that opportunity for them. You don't need to do this 5 days a week, maybe 1 day a week. Create some sort of growth out. Get to know. So you can do all of that and people still won't be connected to you because they don't know anything about you. So you need to share some personal stuff about you. Now, how personal do you want to get? That's totally up to you. LinkedIn, crying, CEO, all the way down to nothing. So you have a wide range of personal stories to share. And if your question in your head becomes, well, who wants to read about that? Well, tons of people, people relate to others by commonality. So if you're struggling with something, talk about what you're struggling with. If you have a lesson that you learned a long time ago, share that lesson. If you have a weird quirk about you, share that weird quirk. You feel that you are an introvert, talk about introversion. You're an extrovert, talk about it. So basically, people want to be attracted to each other. So when you put all of this together, right, show, grow, get to know, you have endless amounts of content. One, you've automated it a little bit. You don't have to think about what to talk about. You have 3 things to talk about every single week. No matter what platform you are, forget my useful strategy that my clients get really deep, hard-hitting strategy, because that strategy is not going to matter if you can't create content 52 weeks a year on black. It won't matter what strategy that my clients typically get. It's more important for you to get momentum. And then when you get momentum, the strategy my clients get will accelerate that and make it a lot more predictable in terms of revenue. But that aside, if you're lacking in momentum, it's more important for one to lean into something. Lean into why we're doing that. Who are we doing this for? What purpose does this have? And show, grow, get to know, format, put those two together. You should be able to create lots of content consistently on a regular basis. Whoa, I'm out of breath. Any questions? Let me know in the comments. I'm happy to help. Boom!